I've had a strange week so far. I'm recording this episode very late. I have done almost no work this week. And thankfully, it's not a coaching week, otherwise, I would be in trouble with my clients. This week was supposed to be about admin work, strategy work, but instead, I hurt my back and I've been unwell and doing the best I can, which means not much at all. At times like this, I am grateful that I have a good reputation, that people know that I'm not lazy or procrastinating and they're understanding and they can adapt to my situation. And also that my reputation brings me work automatically. So I'm still getting leads and clients, even though I'm not actively working for a few days. So, today I want to talk to you about the power of reputation in the professional world. I want us to explore how a strong reputation can open doors, can keep you resilient in tough times, and significantly shorten the duration of your unemployment. Stay tuned, let's discuss this and how to build and maintain a strong reputation over time that stands the test of times. And I also want to share you some statistics about the time you will be spending looking for work at the moment. Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Renata Bernardi, and this is the Job Hunting Podcast, where I interview experts and professionals and discuss issues that are important for job hunters and those who are working to advance their careers. So make sure that you subscribe and follow, and let's dive right in.
Welcome back, or if you're new, welcome to the Job Hunting Podcast. If you are a professional looking for work now or you are looking for work in the future, remember that you can follow this channel or this podcast wherever you found us. It could have been Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or YouTube. Or better still, subscribe to my weekly newsletter. I will send the episodes every week to your email, plus a whole bunch of things I only send to my subscribers. You won't regret it. There is a link to it in the episode show notes. It will only take a minute. Now, I want to talk to you about the current state of unemployment and the challenges that you face if you're looking for work right now. In the USA, as of April 2024, the average duration of unemployment is around 20 weeks. This figure is an improvement from December. In December 2023, it was around 22 weeks. That reflects a challenging labor market. In normal times, it would be around 12, 13 weeks, just to give you an idea. This is also an average that we can accommodate for Australia and the UK. Those are my three markets for clients. I have clients in other countries and continents, but most of them are telling me that it is a tough market for recruitment and selection of candidates for corporate roles at this time. And we discussed in our last episode 238 that this situation of long unemployment affects not only your financial situation, your career, but also you feeling alone, mental health issues and personal lives and so forth. So we really need to address this and pay attention. Then, in terms of reputation, why did I share this data with you before talking about professional reputation? First, let me talk to you about what reputation is. It's a collective of opinions of your peers and employers and your clients about your capability and your professional conduct. A solid reputation means that you're recognized for your expertise, reliability, and ethics. It's something that accumulates over time through every job that you performed, every time you delivered on, a deadline, every interaction you've had with colleagues and clients. So it keeps accumulating and adding up. In this podcast, we talk about reputation, we talk about personal brand. Are they the same thing? Not really, but they're interrelated. Reputation and personal brand are different concepts, but they are linked in many ways. Reputation is typically seen as that collective opinions that others have about you. It's built over time and it's built through interactions and achievements and behaviors in a professional context. It's passive in the way that it's a result of others' opinions about you. Whether or not there is an intentional effort for you to shape it or not, you will end up with a reputation. Now, personal brand is more intentional. It's about how you can actively market yourself and develop a career from now onwards that is in line with your goals and the things you want to achieve. It's an active creation and management of your image. It will be about building reputation, but it's also about narrative, about how you position yourself, how you explain things that happened in the past, and how you start designing and shaping the perception of where you're going in the future. This is really important for those who are changing careers, changing countries, are new to a new geographical location, could be a new city, a new industry sector. While reputation is about how others perceive you, personal brand is about how you present yourself to the market and you influence those perceptions. Both of them are crucial and they're very important for career development. And when you work with a coach like me, we talk a lot about reputation and professional brand. With a strong brand strategy, you can slowly start to control your reputation because you start acting on that combination of what you say, how you present it, and the quality of the work that you do. Now, in difficult times, in challenging times, the value of a good reputation is exponential. Why does it matter so much? It's because the job market is more competitive. So there is more competition for each role. So having a good reputation will ease your path into employment. It helps you get jobs more quickly, and it plays really a critical role in how you network with people. A strong reputation increases your visibility with recruiters, your credibility, and opens up opportunities for better negotiations when it comes to you being offered a job. And it can really, really reduce unemployment. Let's talk about each of these reasons in detail. The faster job offers. Why? How does it happen? If you have a solid reputation for excellence and reliability, you're more likely to receive job offers quickly. Employers do value candidates that have a proven track record that come highly recommended to them by others. And how do they come recommended by others? Is really through the networking benefits. So, a good reputation means that you have more supportive professional network. The network then can provide you with referrals, recommendations, advocate for you internally if they need somebody in their organization. You can get more insider information, find out about jobs that are not advertised. It really enhances your visibility and you are more likely to be noticed by recruiters and hiring managers in that way. This visibility can lead to more proactive job offers, those job offers that come to you, even when you're not actively looking for them. And then there's higher trust and credibility. When an individual has a known reputation for quality and integrity, potential employers are more likely to trust you, right? So, trust and likability are two very important factors in you getting a job. And it really reduces their time in verifying your credentials and your references because they know of you, they heard of you, and they trust the people that have told you you are a good employee. And you can do that through social proof, testimonials, and endorsements, a strong presence in professional circles. It really reassures the hiring managers that you have that strong value. So it doesn't mean that you need to be employed or have a big network. You can start building it even through LinkedIn. And like I said, the final thing I wanted to say was about the salary negotiation at the end. I think I have seen anecdotally with my clients, a strong reputation really supports you getting more benefits at that time. So, professionals with a strong reputation are more resilient during the economic downturns. They are more valued by employers, and it reduces your likelihood of staying in unemployment for a long time. With that comes that targeted job search that individuals with a well established reputation tend to be better at. They know what they're good at, so they can target the jobs that suit them. And this is really important. Reputation is also about you knowing your strengths, you knowing what you're good at. So your job search is more optimized by that. We have, as part of my services, a strengths assessment test that can really help you start developing that understanding of your reputation. And finally, I wanted to talk about the niche areas. So, some people are very worried that their reputation is in a specific niche, but it's hard to find high quality candidates for specific skills. Don't be afraid to have a strong reputation in a niche because employers are really likely to expedite the hiring process for candidates who come recommended, who have a verifiable track record and achievements in a specific area. They know that candidate, they are well known, and they are usually well known within a niche. So, building and maintaining a strong professional reputation is not just about doing good work, it's about consistently communicating that value to a broader professional community, which in turn can shield you against that prolonged unemployment. Many times people have a good reputation, but in a small group, even if you're niche, you can still start to open up and let other people know about your reputation. Again, LinkedIn, attending events, professional associations, writing, presenting, all of those things help you. And engaging in continuous learning through those connections and being out and about can also help you in becoming even better at your area of expertise. So in this connected world, LinkedIn, all of those things can be showcased in the accomplishments, and the reputation and the recommendation and the endorsements can really facilitate the visibility of your reputation to others that don't know you yet. At this point, I need to mention that I will soon be releasing a LinkedIn program, and I want you to know about it as soon as possible if you feel you could do better on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn should be that place where you showcase your reputation. And if you sign up for my newsletter, again, the link is down below. This program will be affordable, and I'm putting it together for professionals just like you. If you want to be the first to know about the launch of it, just sign up. And if you're watching this later, it could be already be available. Now, sometimes we need to fix reputations. And in this digital age, it comes with challenges because negative information can spread so quickly. Addressing reputational issues promptly and transparently is so important. So, show that you're committed to improving and taking steps to rectify mistakes or misunderstandings. This could mean seeking feedback, communicating, improving skills, using the professional services of career coaches or other types of service providers that can help you manage your reputation and come back swinging. I'd like for us to look at some real life examples of reputation and have some fun and sort of talk about a few people here because their experiences of how good their reputation is or how they revamped their reputation can really be helpful in inspiring us, in helping us bounce back during times of immense challenges that we have, because we can see those challenges in other people. And I want us to be inspired by those people. And one of the ones that I'd like to talk about is Warren Buffett. So his reputation is built on his profound investment prowess and his ethics. And he has high level of admiration from people that don't even know anything about finance. His reputation goes above and beyond his area of expertise. He's celebrated as a philanthropist, as somebody who is quite down to earth. He is quite different from how we imagine and perceive people that work in finance. We don't see them like we see Warren Buffett. He is kind of an odd man out. And I wonder how different it must have been when he started building this focus on the long term value of the work he does and the integrity that he has. It really distinguishes him from an industry that's often critiqued, often seen as very short termism and not prudent and very sort of high risk. And he's the opposite of all of that. And that authenticity is something that sometimes we think is kind of new, but Warren Buffett isn't new. He's been around for a long time. And he's been able to build a very authentic leadership brand, very down to earth, very easy to understand, making complex investments and strategies very accessible to a lot of people. And his public persona being very different from the rest of his peers, approachable, wise, sought after, down to earth. And I think that that could be not something that you need to do exactly the same, but it's interesting to see that you don't have to be like everybody else. This is what I'm trying to say. Now, I want to talk about two amazing women who have both achieved so much in their careers but have different reputations. One is Ginny Rometty. She's the former CEO of IBM. And her reputation is one of being a transformation CEO, somebody who needed to come into IBM and focus more on how IBM was going to transform. And she was instrumental in having IBM adopt cloud computing and AI. So her efforts was in growth and innovation. And that was her reputation as a CEO. Another CEO is Mary Barra, and she's the CEO of General Motors. And her style of leadership and her reputation is in fixing things up. So she steps into GM right after the bankruptcy and recovers the business and shifts the business from downturn to upwards, and really revitalizes the company, adopts different strategies to really save the company from a really difficult situation at the time. I think it's important for us not to just rely on our job titles for our reputation. Within our job titles, what are we good at? If you're a product manager or a marketing manager or an EA, what is it that you do super well, and what's your reputation within your area of expertise? So this is really important as well, and not just relying on job titles. I think is really relevant in these difficult times. I want to talk about an example of somebody who had to recover from a damaged reputation. And Robert Downey Jr., who's an actor, well known, he had, a great career, and then legal issues, substance abuse. He disappears from acting for years and had to manage to come back, committing to sobriety, revitalizing his career, not only coming back to a great career, but coming back to an even greater career, right? So he not only restored his career, he improved it. And that, my friends, should give you a lot of inspiration on how you too can do that. We have a podcast episode here on the Job Hunting Podcast with a guest called Sasha Kaufman, where we discuss this coming back swinging and revitalizing one's reputation, his reputation. And I would love for you to listen to that episode. I'll have a link in the episode show notes. And what we can observe by listening from Sasha and hearing these stories is that we have great opportunities here to recover from reputational damage. And all of us, everybody, even Warren Buffett and Ginny and Mary, will have times where we need to do this. And the first thing we need to do is acknowledgement. And the recovery starts with acknowledging, taking full responsibility. Tiger Woods, Robert Downey Jr., they publicly admitted to their mistakes and they took steps to address it. And they usually have a PR machine behind them. And what I'm trying to share with you today is basically the recipe that PR companies use to help individuals like, Robert Downey Jr. So that sincere apology, that interest that is genuine in the issue at hand is really employed by public figures that face scandal, and they need to be genuine. You can't just apply the recipe and expect it to work. So these next steps are really important too. What's the next step? Is to seek professional help, right? So for Robert Downey Jr., it was substance abuse. It could be whatever it is. It could be a career coach, or it could be a life coach, or it could be a health provider. It's critical in that opportunity to not only want that personal growth, but showcase that so that you regain trust from others around you. Then the behavior change. Okay. So, yes, you're genuinely sorry and you want to make amends. And that comes from making amends. So, building new behaviors, new discipline, new ways of working. In Firing Back, which is a book that I really like, I have the link below. It talks about many people. One of them is Martha Stewart, and the changes that she had to do, the efforts in her professional life that gradually helped her improve her public image. And those are not just for show, they need to be real. And Martha Stewart is a great example because she was very good at being transparent, honest, and communicating well. So maintaining communication with the public, being transparent about what you've done, the steps you've taken to amend is vital. And to be truthful to yourself, it needs to ring true to you. And I think she managed to do that quite well. The final thing I want to discuss is supporting relevant causes. So, advocating for issues that are aligned with your situation. So, Sasha Kaufman discusses that in his podcast. I hope he does. He's a friend of mine, so I know that he supports causes that are linked to the issues that he faced as a young professional. And I know that it's part of that recipe and it needs to true to you. And I think it's a great way to tell your story and teach others and reestablish your professional credentials as well. So returning to your professional success is it happens through hard work, right? No question. So part of that recovery means that you might need to upskill, reskill, do some professional development because you might have been out of the game for a little while. So if that's the situation, then you need to remember that you need to update your skills if that's the case. What else can we talk about? Demonstrating that long term change and commitment to personal and professional integrity is what's going to work day by day to bring you back to the workforce. And I want to wrap up this episode saying that it is a long-term investment. I know that if you're looking for a job tomorrow, you might think that this episode is not for you. But I want you to remember this. If you have 5, 10, 15, 20 more years of work to do, then spending a few days, weeks, or even months workshopping on your reputation, on your personal brand, your career plans is not much at all. Okay? It's a great investment of your time. Times are difficult. The unemployment is longer than you would have expected. Yes, look for work, but spend some time developing a strong personal brand and identifying what your reputation is right now and how you want or you can improve it over time or even steer it into a different direction. So keep in touch with me. Don't forget to subscribe. Watch other episodes. The Sasha Kaufman episode is a great one for you to start. I hope that you enjoyed this conversation and I look forward to talking to you next time. Bye for now and I'll see you later.